What's up everybody, this is Chardstrom, and today we have another Box of Awesomeness unboxing for you guys. This time we have the Wargamer Edition 2025 Box of Awesomeness. This box is actually sponsored by LCT, Crytek, and EMG, so there's mainly those three manufacturers' items in this box, but other than that, who knows what we got in here. We also have the 2025 Beta SWAGG Pack edition in this box. So there's tons of cool stuff in here. I'm really excited to see what we got. So let's get this started. We got a knife. Let's open this box. Alright guys, box is opened. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Alright guys, first up in the box, we have this other box in here. I assume this is our SWAGG Pack, so let's go ahead and open it up. Alright guys, box is opened. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Alright guys, first up in the box, we have our weapons cache card. We have the SIG Pro Force P320 M17 MHS. That's a pretty nice card. The SIG is a really nice pistol. Too bad we didn't get it in this box. Let's go ahead and see what else we got. Alright guys, next up in the box, we have this hex patch. It says Airsoft is only an addiction if you are trying to quit. I'm not trying to quit Airsoft anytime soon, but let's go ahead and throw this up on the patch wall. Here's a quick close-up of the patch, just in case you guys missed it. Alright guys, next up in the box, we have a rolling target. We've had these before. They don't perform all that great, but if you want something to shoot at and you got a hard surface, these things are pretty cool. They bounce back after you shoot them. Not much to really say about them, but neat little toy. Let's go ahead and see what else we got. Next up in the box, we got some grip covers. It looks like these are for M-LOK. We just got regular EMG style grip covers with the EMG logo printed on the side. So those are pretty cool. And they got a nice little rubber feel to them, so neat. Let's go ahead and see what else we got. Next up in the box, we have this 4-in-1 fluorescent LED headlamp. This is pretty cool. I believe this would be really useful for either night games or just overall tenting for night games. So this is a neat little gadget. I think I will use this quite often. So, awesome. It looks like it glows all around the thing, so that's pretty cool actually. But let's go ahead and see what else we got. Last up in the box, we got one of the RGB desk mats. These things are pretty cool. They glow all around the border of the desk mat, but we already have a Chardstrom one, so I have no use for this. Let's go ahead and get on to the Box of Awesomeness unboxing. Alright guys, first up in the box, we have a 6mm Pro Shop grenade launcher. These things are pretty cool. Basically what you do is you mount them to a gun and you just throw a quick little 40 mic or 40mm grenade into this thing and you click the paddle button and it's just a simple grenade launcher if you have those 40mm shells. You don't have to buy a fancy launcher. You don't have to get any expensive attachment. This thing is just a quick and easy way to use those 40mm shells. So neat. Let's go ahead and see what else we got. Alright guys, next up in the box, we have our weapons cache card. We have the EMG Custom Archeon Firearms Type B. It would have been awesome to get one of these in the Box of Awesomeness, but we will go ahead and see what else we got. Alright guys, next up in the box, we got this Avengers Mesh Mask. Let's go ahead and open it up. Check it out guys, we have a pretty flimsy and honestly, what I would say is not very reliable mesh mask. I personally do not trust these mesh masks. They do have a good hard grid on them, but with how flimsy the mask is, I don't know how many BBs this thing will withstand. And honestly, I would rather protect my eyes than be able to not fog. This thing is very scary to me, and I honestly wouldn't recommend it for anyone unless you're going to use this for something like Halloween or non-airsoft or paintball purposes. This thing honestly scares me, and I wouldn't want someone to get hurt wearing it. I could be wrong though. It could be perfectly safe, but personally, I do not trust this thing. But let's go ahead and see what else we got. Alright guys, next up in the box, we have this Matrix 45 liter bag. Let's go ahead and open it up. Alright, so far I actually really like this bag. The color of it is pretty nice. Jeez, this thing is actually huge. This is pretty cool. So get this all opened up. It has a lot of spaces for patches and molly attachments, and you got all sorts of pockets in here with tons of stuff. You got this random piece of Velcro. I don't know what that does. This thing's actually really nice. Man, you really do have a lot of storage in this thing. On top of that, it comes with a nice little matrix patch to put right on the front there. You got all sorts of little attachments. You can put your mags in here. This thing is massive. Let's go ahead and try it on. It needs to be tightened, but this thing is pretty big. I honestly would probably keep it around here, but honestly, this thing is quite comfortable. I like how big it is. It's got plenty of space for those, I don't know, longer airsoft trips that you attend. Honestly, I would use this for like a 48-hour milsim, and it's pretty cost effective. So this is a neat bag. I like how much space it has. It really does expand when you pull it apart, so neat. Let's go ahead and see what else we got. All right, guys, next up in the box, we have this 40mm grenade. These things are pretty cool. I'm not exactly sure what model this grenade is, other than it's just made by Avengers. It's probably a shower grenade, considering how many holes are on top. They're pretty cool grenades. They just spit a massive amount of BBs at people, and honestly, I would use it for a mortar style type attack where you would just rain BBs on people. So this is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and see what else we got. All right, guys, next up in the box, we got a Colt box. Let's go ahead and open it up. Check it out, guys. We have this 1911 MEU model pistol. This thing is actually really nice. I really like that slide. Just the slide cut, it feels amazing, and it's super slick. Wow, the trigger feels really nice too, and the bold lettering on the sides is a really nice touch. This is probably one of the top 3 1911s I've ever held out of one of these boxes. I really like this. Don't like these mags though, where they have like the little stop on the bottom. I like it when they're flush on the bottom. Yeah, this thing actually feels really nice. I can't get over how nice these grooves are in the slide though. This is probably my favorite part so far. The iron sights are a little rugged just because the front sight isn't painted. Typically it is, so it's kind of hard to really line up your target because you got 2 different colored iron sights, so it kind of throws my eyes off a little bit. Safety acts as intended, so that's nice, and it is a ambidextrous safety, so that is a pretty nice catch. The grips are a little weird just because of this groove on the side, so it's a little different, but not too obnoxious. I cannot wait to shoot this one actually, so let's go ahead and see what else we got. Alright guys, next up in the box, we have a Lancer box. Let's go ahead and open it up. Check it out guys, we got another Lancer L15 rifle. This thing is bulky, hefty, and really aesthetically cool looking. Got the nice bullet looking magazine. The handguard is always just a bit bulky to me, but I like the carbon fiber that is on this thing. I like everything about this thing. I just don't like how thick the handguard is. It always throws me off because I feel like I'm holding like an M249 style handguard in a way. I don't know, it's fat, but it feels like an M4. I don't even know how to explain what I was just trying to say, but it's just a really weird feel, and it doesn't feel like an M4, and I think it's just because of the material that they use for this handguard. It's awkward to me, and I don't know how I feel about it. I don't really like it, but overall, it looks nice. It's too big for my taste. I like those skinny handguards, so that way you really just got a firm wrap around grip on the gun. But other than that, this thing looks really nice. Anyways guys, let's go shoot some guns. These guns are pretty cool. except for this one. Unfortunately, this thing did not work correctly. I got to shoot the first few pretty well, but afterwards it just totally didn't work anymore. It was exploding gas all over the place. Sometimes it didn't want to even fire. It would just kind of make a small sound. And other times it would just launch the BB 0.02 joules. So I'm not quite sure what's up with this gun. It's kind of upsetting that it doesn't work correctly, but I guess externally this thing feels amazing. I'm pretty disappointed because I actually thought I was really gonna like this pistol, but it didn't work at all, so that's sad. As for performance, I would give this thing a 1 out of 10. It shoots, but not good enough. Barely passable. Externally, I really like this thing. I would say this is an 8 out of 10 on the looks scale and the feel scale. Otherwise, I don't know. I wish this thing worked better. I don't know what could have caused it to do that though, but oh well. The Lancer is absolutely insane. With a 7.4, this thing was just launching BBs on full auto. The handguard, it feels nice. It's just a little big for my hand in my opinion, but other than that, this thing was amazing to shoot. Externally, I would give it 7.8 out of 10. I just don't really like how the thing looks. I mean, this extremely big magwell. I'm not a person that likes magwells like that. It's just not for me. Learn how to put your magazine in properly. That's all. As for the handguard, I don't like how it feels in my hand, but it looks nice. I like the carbon fiber to it. If it was a little bit smaller, maybe I'd like it. And performance-wise, this thing is absolutely a 9.7 out of 10. This thing it blows my mind how good this thing shoots. Anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did. Leave a comment as to what your favorite part of the video was. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and have a good one. What's up, guys? I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please check out the video description below, as we have a link to our Discord community. In this community, you can discuss Airsoft events or show off your awesome gear. We are always welcoming new members. We hope to see you there. Thank you all for watching, and have a good one.